Good morning, everybody. What is up? It's your good friend Brian McGill and Cory Camp back at you with another What's Up Wednesday. Cory, how you doing?
I am trucking along. My coffee has gone cold on me twice today, but here I am. We were just backstage talking about how I can't believe it's already like the last 2 weeks of February, but then again, how come it's only just the last 2 weeks of February, right? It's
my goodness.
Kind of dragging.
Right. You're absolutely right. And all I can see is spring break. I don't even like the weeks in between. I can't even see them right now because it's been a whirlwind and it's going to be a whirlwind until we get there. So
I know you're already getting ready to spend time out on your boat, you just sent me some kind of like Sibme picnic thing for up here in the Midwest.
We're going to the D-Day this summer. We're going to go to the D-Day. Let's see the reenactment up in Ohio. It's in your state.
Oh, I didn't realize
things in your state. The more you know. It's like a 3-day reenactment. You can go out and you can ride those little carriers that like the soldiers landed, and then there's some recreation. Everybody's bringing their Willys Jeep and tank and whatever. There's going to be some flyovers. Wow. And then you get your picture taken with a soldier, Cory.
Well, I married a soldier, so,
Well, you get to take your picture with a soldier every day.
But yes, that sounds cool. Okay, so I did not read the invite enough. I was just like, D-Day, Sibme, and then you said something about Sibme picnic, and I was like, oh, what on earth am I getting wrangled into here with Brian McGill?
This is a family-friendly event.
I love it.
And then you can pack a picnic, and we'll have a company picnic. So I blame my friend Richard Ernsberger for this, but it got me really excited. So we're going.
I love it. I see you are back in the wine cellar there at your workspace.
I don't know whether this is the dunce corner or this is just the wine corner, because it seems like this is where they're guiding me from now on Wednesday morning.
It's going to be the dunce corner. Brian just asked someone there to stop vacuuming. So he's going to be, we're going to find Brian somewhere else next week because they're going to be like, no, Brian.
She's very accommodating.
Yeah. So
love the Rivers Club here.
Yeah.
Don't always, if you're in Pittsburgh, always stop by. We'll have a good time.
Yeah. So you've got a conference coming up next week, right?
Well, we have an honorable mention this week. Tapsy let me know on Friday that they had room for our table. So I'm sending my friends Kyle Howard and Deidre Stevens to the Tapsy conference. If you're going to be in San Antonio, it's not on this list, but come on out and hang out with the folks at the Sibme table. A few of our friends will be there. I'm not sure that there will necessarily have a Sibme presentation, but our community is large enough now. We're running into everybody everywhere we go, so I wouldn't be surprised. So I'll be at the AACTE conference in Georgia next week, at the ASCD conference in Los Angeles, March 13th through the 16th, the NTPA conference. I'm actually going to send TJ Hoffman to that conference in Austin. Stop by the table talk by Barbara Bishop, or her session rather, of the West Georgia RISA. So more on that to come. But anyways, we've got a really exciting conference planned for you between now and spring break. So
yeah. And we've got a webinar today on video coaching. So we'll be posting that. Look for that reminder an hour before, but we've got a really great two guest speakers, I believe, who've written a book on video coaching. And so check that out. And you can sign up for it even if you're not available today, because you will get the instant replay as soon as it's done. So we'll be pushing that out through social media. Lots of stuff happening. Lots of great things happening here at Sibme. Constantly have
fly miles.
Yeah, I know.
That car should have wings. I feel like
wheels up. Yes, like a chitty chitty bang bang car. You can go boat and air and land. It's going to be awesome. All right, so today we have been talking, everybody has heard this name as we've been talking with all of our customer guests. We've definitely sung the praises of this guest speaker that we have today. I'm super excited to finally have on our show. Now it's a little bit of an act of Congress to get Jennie to be able to join us live, because Jennie lives out in kind of the middle of nowhere in Texas and doesn't have the best internet. So usually it takes her 30 minutes to watch a 15-minute live show. But we've got Jennie Sulfridge. She's a little bit of a Sibme celebrity here at Sibme and with all of our customers.
Sibme celebrity.
Sibme celebrity. That's from our Lindsay Smith. She used that term the other day, and I'm stealing it. I love it. Sibme celebrity. Don't know how to spell it yet, but working on it. So let's welcome Jennie Sulfridge to the call. Hi, Jennie.
There. I think I'm live now. So it does take a little bit of an act.
Jennie is live. What is up?
Hi, y'all. It's so nice to join you this morning.
Yeah, super excited. So you are joining us, I think, from just like a local McDonald's there. So we got a little bit of noise in the background, but so glad that you could make it. And I know we've talked about you a lot here on the What's Up Wednesday show, because you're so much of the magical part of our Sibme team that makes everybody super successful. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Jennie.
So I was a teacher by trade. I taught middle school for 15 years and then moved into Sibme, which I absolutely love. So now I just support educators instead of educating myself. I still educate my own, so I homeschool my own girls, but we have a fun time. So I still get to teach, but I also get to help teachers. So that's a huge part of my day that I love.
Yeah. And you and I are a little bit connected. We've just kind of been like two ships passing. So you're from here in Ohio, where I live now. And I'm from Magnolia, where you used to teach. And so I think, did we decide this summer when we met up together, were we ever in Magnolia at the same time?
I think we might have just missed. So
missed each other.
I mean, I might have been there when you were finishing school, because I've got some years on you, Cory, but it would have been close to the end though.
Yeah. So that's super exciting. And so anytime I go down to Texas, I've got, of course, all my family to go meet and see, and then also Jennie and her amazing girls. So so fun.
And it's been really exciting to work with you, Jennie, the last couple of years, because it's been very evident that you brought your heart of a teacher from the classroom to the same heart into our customer success program. And, it's like the way we care about our customers is been equal or better to the same way you cared about your students, and you love them a lot. So that's it's been really exciting to see that, and our customer success program is the success of it has been evident in that. So I just want to commend you on that. And that's why I'm so excited to be with you today.
Thanks, Brian.
So let's start there with our customer success program, the customer success journey. Just tell our audience a little bit of what this looks like, so they kind of can understand what to expect if maybe they're not a Sibme customer yet.
So one of the great things about the journey is that we walk with you. So we don't just hand you a platform and expect you to be able to do all the things. And another great thing is you can roll it out slowly, right? So start with a few things, and then as you get comfortable, we can add more things with you, but we're with you the whole way. And so we do have touch points along the way. We meet with you 4 times a year just to check your data, to look at, different things, but really just to make sure you're okay, and to make sure that the platform is doing what you have originally wanted it to, and to make sure everything's seamless. And so those are kind of the things we do, is we're just right there beside you as you walk through. We're always available and always here for not only the technical support, but just kind of the implementation support, and then just the support as you learn more features, or as we gain new features, to roll those out to you as well. We just like to support you, and we like to be there with you.
Yeah. And I know you and I have collaborated a ton on some of our, exclusive materials for our Sibme customers that we have in our learning center. Everything from a 30-day launch plan, kind of taking the best of the best from all of the different ways people have gotten Sibme, and really not just Sibme, but video enhanced professional learning started on their campuses and in their organizations, kind of taken that secret recipe and put it together in a very customizable, easy to follow 30-day plan, as well as some ways to kind of pick up the pieces and dust them off a little bit if things have, priorities and other things have kind of gotten in the way, or you had a false start. We deal a lot sometimes with false starts. We have the best of intentions, and then we get sick, or something comes down from central office, or something else comes up, budgeting, whatever it might be, slows us down a little bit from what we intended. So you are awesome at helping our customers kind of understand that where they are is probably exactly where they should be. It's okay to be where they are, because we usually have a lot of people who are a little frustrated that it's not going as fast as they wanted to or as fast as they thought. And then kind of supporting them in those next steps. So I love all of the things that we've created in our learning center as a result of that, because you're so close with our customers, getting to see exactly what they need and what they would benefit from.
Mm-hmm.
Brian.
I agree. And one of the great things is, we learn alongside our customers. So there's a lot of things, Cory, as you and I create things or roll things out, a lot of those have been customer ideas. And so these touch points are also an excellent resource to us, because our customers are really our best resource. And so we learn a lot from what they're doing and how they're implementing. So it's not even just us being able to help them. So often they help us.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And I've seen you be able to help folks at every level, no matter where they are, and that just comes with time. And we know a thing or two now because we've seen a thing or two. It's been kind of exciting to watch. Now, tell us, to get to that point, tell us, if you don't mind, tell us a little bit about what our touch points look like. What kind of a customers expect to happen in a Sibme touch point?
Well, analytics are available to them at all times, but we kind of create a data report that kind of gives them an overview of either their semester or their year, whatever touch point we're at. And it just kind of shows them, because a lot of times, sometimes on their end, it doesn't feel very successful. But when you look at the data and you can see it across time, they've done a lot more than they think, or their people have been a lot more engaged than they thought they were. Also, we pull out those champions. Who on your campus or who in your organization is really hitting it out of the park, and being able to celebrate those. Is there anybody struggling? Is there a way that those champions could help the strugglers? Those kinds of things where we can make those connections to help them move forward as a team, because we always want them to feel like a team, right? It's just like our team. We want them to have this great Sibme team where they can just collaborate and they can grow, because ultimately that's the end product that we're looking for. Also, these are the times where we just get to know our customers. I mean, one of my favorite things about customer success is I get to know them. And sometimes, like Cory said, sometimes there are struggles. Sometimes at the beginning of the year, we've had hurricanes hit, we've had change of administrations. There's a lot of different things that can happen in a school setting or in an organization that can lead to what they feel like isn't success. And to help come alongside them and be able to say, hey, this is not the end of the world. We can move forward. Let's see, and use it maybe in a different way or just kind of postpone it until everything settles back down. I mean, those kind of things are what we're here for. And so we really enjoy kind of living life next to them. And it's not all about Sibme. Sometimes it's about where they are and what they need at the time, and then making it work for them so that they do get a good return on their investment.
Yeah.
You never walk alone with a customer success program. There you go. So, Cory, did you have something?
We get to learn so much. So Brian and I are so much kind of more on the front end of getting our customers up and running and helping them kind of figure out the best plan for them moving forward. But then Jennie, those touch points happen 3 times a year, right? So you meet with them kind of in their first 30 days and then halfway through the year and again at the end of the year and anytime as needed. And I think that is one of the most amazing parts is you really are there. And so many of the customer notes that we have internally are, letting us know what's happening. So-and-so just got married or so-and-so just welcomed their first child. And we're able to help celebrate that with them. And that's really one of I know it's one of your favorite parts of your role, but it's one of our customers' favorite parts. I mean, they really, really enjoy that. That's why your praises are sung so often by all of our team. And we love getting to be a part of that. Sometimes I come in to help a campus restart, or, you know, their coaching team 6 months down the road is realizing, okay, they're needing some help to take it to the next level. So, you know, just when to pull me back in to those, and then I'm able to pick up right where I kind of left off and know exactly what's happened. So that's really powerful for sure. So our next question was going to be, what's your favorite part about your role? I think you've kind of mentioned that already. Do you have anything else to add to that? Anything else that would be your favorite part?
No, my favorite part definitely is getting to know the customer. So we've celebrated 3 babies last semester. We've celebrated a wedding and several promotions. So those kind of things that we want to recognize as our customers are living lives alongside of us. And so to be able to, you know, rejoice with them and you know, some losses along the way as well, and to be able to understand that and to you know, give them the time they need and then come back around. That's, you know, what we want to do. We want Sibme to serve them the way they need served. And so that's what we look to do.
And, you know, I think that's so important for us as a company working with educators is, you know, as an educator, which we are, we know that it's so much more than just this career, this profession that I have. Like my identity is I am an educator, and that follows me around whether I'm in working hours and school days or not. And so I think that personal aspect is just really, really powerful. So I'd like to ask you, because you are a huge part of getting our Sibme missions up and running, which did start from a customer idea when we were talking with Dion at Cedric Smith Elementary about how she was being so successful in her first year. She had some great things. And it wasn't just her campus. Several of our Magnolia ISD campuses were kind of doing these challenges. Dion and a couple other principals called them missions. And so that kind of took on its own here at Sibme. But I know a big part of your touch points and that success is helping people find just the right material or resource to help them. And usually it's a mission. So how have the Sibme missions helped you in supporting our clients?
So the great thing about the missions is it's just like a turnkey resource, right? So for those who are struggling, like, I don't know where to go next. I thought this was going to work. It didn't work. I don't know what to do next. The missions is a great opportunity just to get their foot in the door. So whether it's the Classroom 360, where they're trying to start collaboration and video is still kind of daunting, where, hey, now you're just videoing your classroom. Let's share your classroom amongst content teams, amongst grade level teams, PLCs, whatever it is. And so, or I want to start self-reflection. Well, great. Then here's, 1, 2, 3. This is a great card to get them recording and self-reflecting. So to be able to help them pinpoint those cards, that's going to get them where they want to go, whether it's collaboration, whether it's self-reflection, whether it's coaching, mentoring, whatever it is, there's a card for you. And that's a great resource when you have somebody who's just kind of stuck and not sure which direction to go next. So they've been an excellent resource, I think, not only for our customers, but for us as a team to be able to help customers.
Yeah. I mean, and we have 52 of them. I'm getting ready to start writing 13 new cards that we've kind of had sitting on the back burner for a while. And so that's a lot of cards to go through. And so one of the things I notice sitting in some of those touch points with you is you are really great at saying, okay, I hear what you're wanting to do. I hear where you kind of are. Here's that next, card or two that you might pick from. And so you can kind of cherry pick a couple of those 52 cards for them, which I think is powerful. Yeah. Brian, anything else that we want to ask of Jennie today before we let her go?
Just say thank you for taking care of our customers and keeping everybody in the loop and all of your hard work, Jennie. It's always fun to jump in on a customer success meeting with you because they're always very organized. Everybody's always ready to go. So everybody's always excited to see you. So it's been
Thanks so much.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah. Jenny, I'm going to keep you on if you've got a few moments, because she's a big part of us also identifying our shout outs for the week.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yes, every Tuesday or Wednesday morning, Jenny gives us a list of some customers who are knocking it out of the park, or who have had some great things happening. And so let you celebrate our newest batch of Sibme Liberties, our shout out group here with us. So I know it has a good ring to it. Still don't know how to spell it. So first up is Nichols Sawmill Elementary and Magnolia ISD. Jenny and I met with them last week, and they've just had amazing activity. Wouldn't you say, Jenny?
We still have her.
Oh, yep.
Yes.
There she is.
There we go.
It
took a minute for it to connect there. Yes. So
the hesitation was not doubt.
Yes, it was neat. It was a neat. The great thing about this account is there's a lot of activity for the number of users they have. So the number of videos per user is high, which is what we love to see, because the more you get teachers videoing, the more of an effect it can have.
Yeah.
So that was a great touch point.
Yeah, and they've got about, I think, like 39 users maybe using it this year, and their comments were pretty good. Comment to reply ratio is something that they're, I think, working on this next year. But to have more videos viewed than uploaded, and a good chunk of the hours uploaded viewed, I think is powerful. And they've got a lot of huddles, a lot of different huddles for a lot of different things. They've got some on-site consultants that come out a couple of times throughout the school year that they're using video with them as well. So they collect the video. So then when that consultant comes on site, they're able to start by seeing what are some of where are teachers at recently, being able to see it without having to go in the classroom. And then they can kind of adjust from there, go into classroom if they need to, but give some feedback on some things to help them start to implement that kind of right away with that guidance of that consultant there. And then they're also using this for some campus and district-wide initiatives as well. So shout out to Nichols Sawmill Elementary.
Way to go.
All right, our next one is awesome, because this is one of our Sibme Mission Challenge schools. So they took on the Sibme Mission Challenge, which is something that we talked about earlier this year, where we kind of cherry picked a couple of good missions. You have to choose 3 to 6 of those missions to complete in a 12-week period. If you create your own plan of those missions, you pick the missions that you want to use and how often you want to do those. And then all you got to do is carry out your plan, and you can earn up to 10% off your licensing for the next year. So College View Middle School in Colorado is well on their way to earning that discount for next year and doing some awesome stuff for this one.
The great thing about College View is they took it, they ran with it, they got their people in and got them in quickly, and just have found great success right away. They've definitely hit the ground running.
Yeah, we can see that activities everywhere.
This evidence is like definitely example of like faculty working together as a team for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Some exciting things that have happened there. And one of my favorite things about getting College View Middle School ready to go is, they already had some great things happening on their campus. And we just had this conversation of how can Sibme augment that? How can they enhance that with the use of video? The missions that they chose were right in line with things they were already doing. So it wasn't one more thing. And I think that's what's important. And that's what, Jenny, you and I try to do in our kickoff meetings with our customers, and what you continue to help them remember. This doesn't have to be something big and extra. It can definitely just be the thing that's supporting everything else you already had going. So shout out to them. Awesome job, you guys. Okay. Brian, Jenny, anything else for our audience today? It's a great show.
Thanks for joining us. Come on, spring break. Let's do it.
Yes.
Let's get there. It's not too far.
Season.
It's not too far away.
All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next week.